Hello and welcome to this presentation on verbs using gerunds or infinitives. It can be found in Q Skills Book 4, Listening and Speaking, Unit 3. In English, like many other languages, it is very common to have type of compound verbs, where you have one verb followed by another action. Well, in English, when we do this, we have to use gerunds or infinitives. Now, a gerund is essentially a present participle ending of a verb, ing. For example, singing, dancing, running, working. An infinitive has the word to before the base form of the verb, like to sing, to dance, to run, to work, to write. The use of a gerund or an infinitive depends on the main verb in the sentence. So here is a couple of examples. I expect to have the results of the test soon. I expect is the main verb. To have is the second verb, and that is using the infinitive. I anticipate having my research completed eventually. This is using a gerund. Anticipate being the main verb, having is the gerund with the ing ending. Gerunds can be used after quite a large number of different verbs. Here are just a few of them: enjoy, suggest, like or dislike, avoid, finish, but the list is much longer. We can also use gerunds after prepositions of time and place. For example, I ate dinner before getting home. Ate is the main verb, before getting is the preposition. And this one is time. He looked unhappy after seeing his work schedule. Looked is the verb. After seeing, well, this is the preposition. There's one other thing we can do with a gerund as well, and that is to replace the subject or object of a sentence. For example, Jenny likes eating oranges. So let's have a look at infinitives. When can these be used? Again, they can be used after certain verbs, and these are just some of them. The list is actually much longer. So we have things like agree, hope, plan, learn, promise, and things like would like. Infinitives can also be used after adjectives, and there are many different adjectives this will apply to. Here are a couple of examples. It is hard to make lunch late in the afternoon, and here you can see the infinitive is to make. I find it difficult to describe my feelings about writing research essays. To describe, well, that's the infinitive. Also, we can use an infinitive to show purpose. I left for Russia to study the Russian language properly. There you're using the infinitive to study. I came to the office to solve the mystery of the missing keys. To solve is the infinitive. Here is something you need to be aware of, and that is using infinitives with the verb to be. You will sometimes hear in everyday speech things that are actually not correct. For example, I am to see them tomorrow. No, this should be, when you're using an infinitive, I am going to see them tomorrow. Here's another example. They are to make a list today. Now again, that is incorrect. What it should be is they are going to make a list today. So now it is your turn to try some of these exercises. There's 8 short examples here. Try them out both ways and work out which is correct. So I don't fancy, is it to go out tonight, or is it I don't fancy going out tonight? Try them both ways and then work out the answers. You will probably need to pause the video here to give yourself time to do this. The answers will follow. So here are the answers to the 8 questions that you had on the previous slide. As you can see, number 1 is I don't fancy going out tonight. Number 2 is to speak, and number 3 is to arrive, and so on, down to number 8. So that concludes this presentation on gerunds and infinitives. For more practice with this, go to Q Skills Book 4 Listening and Speaking, Unit 3, and look for pages 43 to 44. Thank you.